Aloha, Pat Sajak, and aloha, Vanna White. How you guys doing?
And aloha and mahalo and kalani aniole and lilio.
How many times have you been to Hawaii?
Many.
Many times.
Too numerous to mention.
Well, I can mention them. I think we've taped it. I mean, we've traveled. Both of us come here a lot. We love it here. Personally, but as far as taping, I think it's our fourth time. We've been on the Big Island twice. We've taped on Oahu twice. So, it can't be too much for us. We both love it here. But we haven't taped here in a long time. I think the first time we taped was about 12 years ago on the Big Island. First time we'd ever taped outdoors, so it was a big challenge for us. And so it's been too long between taping. So we'll try not to be so long next time.
Do you guys, when you come to the islands, do you do like phrases in Hawaiian or something like that? The places in
Well, I mean, no, we don't, because people at home in Iowa still have to solve the puzzles. But we'll feature, local things. I mean, you'll words that people would know, but we don't do Hawaiian phrases. Although I've learned a lot of interesting Hawaiian names since I've been here, because I introduce these people, and I've rarely seen three I's in a row in a name, and so I've learned. I'm pretty good.
You are. You're very good.
I've mastered it pretty well.
You were born and raised in Chicago, Pat, and then you went into the military, and Good Morning America, or Good Morning Vietnam became a very popular phrase there.
Yeah, I joined the Army in 1968, and I didn't create that phrase, Good Morning Vietnam. It was a couple of guys before me, a guy named Adrian Cronauer, on whom I think the movie was based. I may have started that. And then whoever came in that morning slot sort of inherited that. Mm-hmm. So I was about the third guy in. And for about a year and a half, I did that. And you shouldn't yell in a war zone. I found that dangerous.
Well, I think you did our troops a great, great.
Well, it really was good duty. And I mean, if you have to be in Vietnam, it was a pretty good place to do it. And by the way, the enemy never got one of our records in the time I was there, I'd like to say.
Now, you started in radio, small market radio first, and then you moved over in Nashville as a TV announcer, or station announcer, and then a talent agent then spotted you and brought you to KNBC TV in Los Angeles to be a weatherman.
You know my story better than I do. Yeah, I was working in local TV in Nashville, and they needed a weatherman at the local station in Los Angeles. And back then, they used to send these guys out to various markets. They'd sit in hotel rooms and tape the local guys, and happily they taped me and liked me and asked me to come out, and I said yes, and here I am.
And then you became the host of Wheel of Fortune.
Right. When I was working in local TV in Los Angeles, and in a way, when you do that, you're auditioning every night, because the producers are at home watching the local news like everybody else, and Merv Griffin owned the show at the time, and liked my stuff, and said, come on, spin the wheel.
And here it is 27 years later.
Scary, isn't it? I haven't changed a bit, nor has she.
I know. How do you guys do it? What's your secret? Vanna White. Okay, you went to Los Angeles early on to become a model.
Yes.
Tell us about what happened after that.
Well, I went to Los Angeles in 1980, and then I auditioned for Wheel in October of 82 and found out that I got the part. Merv Griffin selected me over 200 other girls auditioned for the part, and I found out the day before Thanksgiving in November of 82, and that was 26 years ago, and I am still thankful to this day to have this job.
Now, speaking of having this job here, you point out that it's more than just you and Pat and the Wheel of Fortune, which by the way weighs 4,000 pounds. Woo!
Did you know that?
You need to keep Chip with us just to keep us informed. Yes. I now know where I worked, and I know how much the wheel weighs.
And so I'm losing track here. Okay, so
talking about the other people who work on the show. Is that where you were?
Yes, that's right. You mentioned that everybody's a part of the show. Everybody deserves credit for what goes on in the Wheel of Fortune.
It is kind of funny, because when people think of the show, they think about us, because that's who they see on TV. But when you come here, you wandered around. I mean, we got more than 100 people just working their tails off here to make this thing work, and it's a tough show. I mean, it's tough to do a show this size, on a grassy knoll here outside a hotel in Hawaii. It's tough to do that, and they get it done all the time, and it really is amazing. And our credits kind of skim by at the end of the show. No one pays much attention to it, but they're really important folks who work real hard to make it happen. But and a lot of them have been with the show for a very long time, so it's kind of a nice, happy family kind of situation. Because you've been so nice, I'm going to tell you something that not many people know, and I'm going to rat on her a little bit. A lot of them are fake claps. She looked up at this. Show me. That's a clap. That's not a clap.
That's a clap.
Yeah.
She doesn't do that. She's like.
see, I have to keep my,
Otherwise,
hands off.
you'd have no fingers left.
Okay, so what's next? After this, you guys are going to go back to the mainland, as we call it here.
Yes, we tape in Culver City, California, which is just outside Los Angeles, down near the airport, and that's where we generally tape. 2 or 3 times a year, we take the show on the road. The next time we're going on the road is in December. We're going to SeaWorld down in Orlando, so another nice spot to go in the winter. So we're not stupid. And the travel's nice. I mean, Los Angeles is fun to tape in, but LA audiences are kind of jaded. Everybody tapes out there, and they're kind of used to television. So when you come to a place that doesn't get a lot of television shows, they're very excited to have you. We work in big venues like this one, and it does kind of recharge your batteries.
What would you like to say to the Lava 105.3 audience out there?
Well, first of all, for those of you who are watching this because this is going on your website, right? So people are watching this on their computers. We'd like to say that we hope you'll boot up soon. It's a computer expression.
Back up, everybody, too. Save
back up,
everything that you've...
No, it is truly, and I can speak for it is our favorite place to tape, and if we could work here all the time, we would do it.
Yes, we
But I guess we
definitely
can.
would.
Thanks for your help.
We'll see what we can do. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
All right.